Wow, I sound all sniffly. Audio all looks good. All right, I think we're ready to adventure. Anyway, I am Big Ed Mustafa. This is Adventures After Dark, a special bonus Wednesday edition. I think All Up was mentioning that Jerosi can't stream tonight and that the channel was wide open. So I figured, what the heck? I was actually thinking about popping on and streaming some Lotro anyway. Was actually hoping to hook up with All Up and Mort earlier. Fell asleep on the couch while Mrs. Mustafa was out shooting soccer or some girls' softball banquet. Or I don't care, so I wasn't really paying attention to what she was doing. Anyway, welcome, welcome, and thank you for sticking around, those of you who are still on the Lotro Stream channel. Good, good, good. Looks like we've got a couple people waiting to get into the 40 Thieves. I am playing Little Ed Mustafa tonight, so if you are on Brandywine and you're wanting to join the 40 Thieves kinship, you can just mail me in game at Little Ed Mustafa, LILEDMUSTAFA. Um, I am not getting game audio, so I'm wondering what that's about. Let me check real quick. Still set for Turtle Beach, that would do it. There it is. Okay, now we've got game sound and music. So that's a bit of an improvement. Hmm. Looks like we're going to be getting to inventory management sooner rather than later. Wolves in the Whiteshaws. I'm in the Whiteshaws. We'll cleverly disguise ourselves as an orc so we can sneak up on them. I hope y'all are having a great night. Hopefully Morton and All Up were able to keep you entertained for a while. There we go. One shot, one kill. Just like Tom Berenger in all those bad sniper movies. And we got lots of goodies to pick up. We've got Rittermark Skarn. We've got backpacks to loot. There's ornate chests. And loot them we shall. Why be a burglar if you're not going to be greedy? That's my thinking. Oh, I'm still in yellow line. That's just weird. I'm having a hard time remembering the combo attacks for Yellow Bird. How's the week off of work going? And High Technical 13. I'm having a good week. The missus has decided to take the week off with me, so most of what I thought was going to be free time has been getting rescheduled. But we've been enjoying hanging out together. We had some friends in town from Phoenix that we went and met for lunch today. That was fun. And we hung out with the niece and nephew yesterday. We took them to go see The Boss Baby and went out to lunch. Didn't care for the movie, wouldn't have been my pick, but everybody had fun and it was nice to see the kids and hang out with them while they're on spring break. So, what are those stupid burglar combos? Okay, well there's the heal. I hope you guys are having a good week. What else is new? Oh, I think I've mostly fixed my flight controller for my RC Flight Sim. I was streaming Real Flight for about an hour earlier today. Um, so that was pretty cool. I downloaded Elder Scrolls Online and was playing around with. They have a week of free play. If you haven't tried that out yet, not to diss anybody else's favorite game, it was very pretty, but mostly empty and not that interesting. Not anything I want to probably play long term, but it was interesting. I didn't find it particularly intuitive as a new player. I picked up a lot of cooking and alchemy and crafting materials, hard maple wood and ore, iron ore, and have no idea what to do with any of it. It really doesn't say how to get started crafting. I did try fishing in Elder Scrolls Online. Uh, so that was something. Met some friends for dinner last night. Got into an argument with a Asian restaurant manager. I was notified that I would not be given happy hour pricing on my sushi rolls because my friends had used a coupon, and even though we were on separate checks, we were at the same table, so they went ahead and marked up the price of everything I ordered versus the menu pricing. So I ended up winning that argument, but it did kind of spoil an otherwise pleasant evening with friends. Although the sushi was pretty good, so there's that. I did eventually win out. What else has been going on? I went to the flying field last night, and the president of our club and his dad were out flying an old plane of theirs that his dad had just gotten done kind of repairing and putting new covering on it and getting it all ready to fly. And they were testing it out and making sure it was ready for the flying season. And they had some radio issues with it. He went and was flying it around upside down, and the radio system locked out on it. It quit responding to controls. Just for a few seconds, he got it back and landed it, and he thought it was a little spooky. But his son was like, "Really? Let me see." So the president of our club takes off with his dad's plane, and I'm like, "Huh, you had radio problems, so the first thing you want to do is go ahead and take off and test out how the radio locks out. You think that's a good idea?" And we're kind of laughing at him, and his dad's like, "Yeah, I was thinking that too." Yeah, sure enough, he went ahead and got the radio to lock out again and spun the plane straight into the ground and busted it into about 100 pieces. His dad wasn't really happy with it. So that was fun. Crashes are always exciting when it's not your plane drilling into the dirt. There we go. So that's how my week off is going so far. I think we are on a low agenda day tomorrow. Mrs. Mustafa's only goal finally is to just sleep in. So we got that going for me. Well, I had inadvertently scheduled a doctor's appointment for today, which I normally always do that so I can go on company time. Since I'm on salary, my boss is usually like, "Oh, you need to go to the doctor?" Yeah, I don't care. And I can only use paid time off if it's for half a day or a full day. So if I have to leave for like an hour or two, I'm supposed to make up the time, which usually isn't a problem because of overtime and after hours calls and stuff. So I can just basically take off in the middle of the day to go get a haircut, see the doctor, see the dentist, run to the DMV. It's normally pretty cash. And I mistakenly scheduled a doctor's appointment for when I was taking PTO. So that's my mistake. Why waste personal time going to the doctor when I can waste company time instead? Kryles, howdy. I caught Kryl streaming some Dark Souls earlier. That was good to see. He picked up a new follower today. So if you're not already following Kryls, be sure to check out his stream. We'll give him a little shout out here on Lotro Stream. Shout out Kryls. Of course, that only counts if you catch Kryl streaming Lord of the Rings online. If you catch him playing Dark Souls, you can ignore him. We're here to promote Lotro, the greatest Tolkien-themed MMO ever to exist. Happy to help promote you, buddy. Looking forward to big things from you. Plus, the fact that you make fun of all up Enya means that you're okay in my book. Got through another Oscar-winning movie, or Oscar-nominated movie, I should say. Watched Captain Fantastic last night. I have no doubt that Gussie Moose absolutely loved it. There's a full frontal nude shot of Viggo Mortensen in it. Completed the daily hunt. We've killed off a bunch of wolves. We'll leave the moose alone. If that is the criteria, your book has a lot of names. Lunch was really good. We went to a soul food restaurant here in town. They used to have their own show on Food TV, Big Mama's Kitchen. And I hadn't been there before, and I figured out part of the reason why. It was semi-impossible to find. It's like on the campus of some kind of housing project or community center. So we drove around looking for it for a while before we actually located where it was at. We were like, it can't possibly be here. This doesn't make any sense. And there it was. But then what was even funnier about it, we get there, and the mayor of Omaha was there talking and answering questions from the public right in the middle of the dining room in the middle of lunch. So we walk in, and there's people up there talking on a public address system, and we're like, yeah, what the hell's going on? Are we going to get soul food or not? So we did, and the mayor didn't bother us too much. So that was a good thing. And I had catfish with what they called soul food fried rice, and cornbread and fried okra. And we got some smoked feather bone ribs for an appetizer. And everything was terrific. It was really good. And I thought Captain Fantastic was a really good movie. I liked it. It was thought provoking. Can't remember if there's a Worm Slayer deed or not. Nope. Must be the Balewood down below. Frozen effed. So let's see what we got. Looks like mostly Balewood. Brookslayer. Widow Ebb and Forlaw. Warband Zovar. That is a full Fellowship Warband. I think I'll go ahead and cancel that. Should be the Fisherman's House. Nope. That's, oh, the Hideaway. I'm deeper in than I thought, aren't I? Works. If you're going to accidentally ride through the middle of them, you may as well own it. Anyway, I do have Discord up and running. If you guys want to pop in and say hello, feel free. Otherwise, I'll just keep blathering to myself. Hi, how's it going? Thank you for catching that before Eldolith showed up to scold me. Yeah. That's like item number 17 on the checklist. Unless somebody types streamer, you don't really know who it's set to. But as long as I get the stream title changed and remember to get everything else up and running that I need up and running, I'm usually happy. If that's the worst mistake I make is forgetting to update the streamer, then it's pretty good. 2 or 3 hours, yeah. I had tried to host the 7 Hero and didn't know that I needed to shut off OBS. And so I was like, okay, and we're going to go host the 7 Hero, so be sure to give him a warm greeting and say hello. And I got up and walked away and left my chair streaming empty for 3 hours. I think I went to watch a movie or eat dinner or something. And Eldolith was, I think Zinger was too. They were both sending me messages and trying to get my attention, and I was oblivious to it all, which is pretty much typical me. Hey, how's it going? Good. Nice of you both to pop in. That works. And hello, Delarfin. Welcome. So we are deep into inventory management at the moment. I've got a pack full of crud. I need to get rid of some of this stuff. What to do, what to do. No, I saw the notice that Jerosi wasn't going to be able to stream, and I thought All Up and Mort would be done. I kind of dozed off and didn't wake up until around 8 o'clock, and I was like, oh, those guys are long done. I figured All Up would probably be getting off, and so I hopped on. I thought, I'm going to go ahead and stream something, and I just happened to check my list of followed channels, and I saw All Up was still on and streaming, so I popped in, and so hopefully those guys managed to get into some trouble even without me there to encourage them. Perfect. That's what it's all about, whether you're in an RC flying club or you're streaming with your buddies on Twitch. You should talk them into doing things they should know better than. Exactly. And for our own amusement. I was telling the story about my buddy who wrecked his dad's airplane last night. Whenever he's doing high-speed passes over the runway inverted, I frequently yell, "Lower! Lower!" And his dad just shakes his head because he knows he'll do it right up until he finally wipes out the plane. Well, Ed said I should try flying lower, so I thought I should listen. He should completely know better than to listen to anything that comes out of my mouth. Thank heaven for bad judgment. It keeps the rest of us amused, right? Chaco the Hobbit, welcome. I tried to watch the feed this morning for a while. It was cool. I know the inventory can fill up quickly. I have several alts and they are all full. Yeah, that happens. That's awesome. Mm-hmm. It's a happy thing. And that, yeah. And that, of course, is our friend Technical13 there. You can throw him a follow. He has all kinds of wonderful exploits, including overwhelming the mail system. Other fun Lotro hacks for your amusement. Although that's both a good one and a fairly benign one. I've said it before, I'll say it again. The worst job in all of Middle Earth, task item collector. You have to hang out in town all day and wait for some adventurer to come by and go, here's 10 slimy fills for you. Where's my reward? Nobody wants that job. It's a little bit like working for the Department of Roads. The task collector doesn't get a cool orange vest to wear or a shovel to lean on, but you know, other than that, they get most of the perks. No, actually, I've been kind of intentionally avoiding it. I still have to finish up the new tiers of rep at North Athelion, and when it first opened, it was laggy, and all of the other streamers seemed like they were in there streaming it. So I was like, okay, I'll let everybody else do that, and I'll wander in here in a few weeks. So I've just been kind of chilling and not worrying about it too much. McVegan Pants, howdy. Saw McVegan Pants streaming some DDO earlier today. Welcome, welcome. And Zinger was kind enough to point out that it was better than most of my other streams. So there we go. And Tinadrill, welcome. Glad to have you here. As Zinger mentioned, I am on Brandywine. I am one of the 40 thieves, playing a Hobbit burglar. Dargon has his tracksuit ready for the stream. Very good. I am talking to myself. There's a guy this morning, sorry, cannot remember the name, but he looked like he was chroma keyed over the video with no square frame. Well, it's probably Bloodborne. Bloodborne streams with a green screen. That's a thing. Stina uses a green screen sometimes. Who else? Does Gussie use a green screen? McVegan was checking out the Real Flight Sim earlier. Yeah, that was fun. Kryle's got to watch me wreck a bunch of stuff. I don't think the physics is very good on my version for quadcopters. I'll bet the updated versions have better physics for that. But now that I got the controller mostly working smoothly again, I had to take it apart and spray the potentiometers with contact cleaner. That seemed to get it going okay. Let's pop out to the Kin house, and we'll see about dropping off some goodies. Coldfells, how's it going, Brother Sam? How are you? That's weird. Alright, well, let's take a look at that. Well, you guys are mostly okay. I've been telling my wife none of you guys are real, so she'll just think I'm in here minding my own business. If she thinks I actually have co-conspirators, then she'll get concerned again. Voice. Alright. I just boosted the output volume. Hopefully that sounds a little better. Okay, both of you recite the Gettysburg Address in stereo. Go. Fourscore and 7, blah, 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 blah. Don't tell me you don't go to... There you go, that works too. Oh, Canada. My fair native land. There you go. There's a guy who knows his Abraham Lincoln speeches. So is the volume coming through a little better? No word from chat yet. We'll just assume everything's fine. That's what Kadithi would tell us anyway. It's fine. It'll be fine. Everything's fine. Okay, if you've never seen the world's greatest collection of fishing trophies, you're about to have your mind blown. Exactly. Now, in all fairness, this is the kin house. I'm sure lots of other kin members are responsible for putting up fishing trophies, not just myself. Yeah. Zinger put the 50-pounder over the kin chest. That's an impressive beast. You'd need a lot of bagels to eat that sucker. Yeah. Exactly. So if you are a member of the 40 Thieves kinship, please come by and clean out the kin chest so we can make room for more goodies. Are we supposed to hear people from Discord? I am baffled as to why you guys would not be audible. Let me check my OBS studio settings, and maybe there's... Now, if you guys are on my desktop audio, if I can hear you, everybody should be able to hear you. I don't have an explanation for that. Yeah. Boost desktop audio a little bit more. Check our properties. Well, there you go. This stuff gets complicated. All right. That's my wife was like, change this so I can hear sound out of the speakers. I was like, no, I'm never touching the audio again. So hopefully everybody can hear Coldfell's Warden laughing now.
It's that complicated move of moving the volume from 0 to 10. You know, it's that push.
As Zinger will attest, I frequently admit that I am not a smart man. So hopefully everybody can hear everybody in Discord now, and I'm not just talking to my imaginary friends. Kryles, would you like to lead us in another edition of O Canada? We don't know the words, but we'll try to hum along. Oh, Canada.
My home and native land.
Hey, that's a good start.
Okay. Well, at least we got the first line out anyway.
Something.
Here's the only sound you guys actually need to worry about.
In all thy son's command, with glowing hearts, we see thee rise.
That's pretty good.
True north, strong and free, from far and wide.
Did you hear that?
The sound of silence.
Pants as he hears it.
I was waiting to open a Coke Zero by the Yeti mic, so cheers, everybody. Hopefully you're all enjoying a delicious, crisp, and refreshing beverage at home.
Coke Zero rocks.
It's pretty tasty. I'm not going to deny that.
Pretty tasty for a white guy beverage.
No argument about that.
Fortunately, all I have is this homebrewed tea.
I had some
I've been eating
iced
some
tea
raw fish
earlier.
and hot rice. So, cheers.
I had iced tea with my soul food today too.
What type of iced tea?
Just regular cold iced tea, unsweetened.
I love that brisk. That's good. And green tea, flavored with like all kinds of wonderful fruit. Ooh, that is wonderful. Delicious, refreshing.
It is refreshing.
I noticed Starbucks is selling like a whole bunch of artisanal green teas, like all kinds of flavors. It's like, I think I'll just be a man and buy a can of green tea, Arizona from 7-Eleven. I'm good.
There you go.
Yeah.
I almost ordered green tea with my sushi last night, and I didn't want to scare the people I was dining with. I'm not sure what he ordered. It's some kind of weird green liquid. It's hot. Is that radiator fluid? Is he drinking
Could be.
antifreeze? What's he got going on there?
You know what's incredible is that with as many types of teas there are in the world, different types of teas, I think we only drink like 4 varieties, or 2 varieties, 3 varieties.
Whatever they can pile the most of on a ship and send over. So yeah.
Yeah, I mean it's all from the same plant though, but just at different stages. Like white tea is the buds of the oolong, and the green tea is the adult, and the black tea is the roots plus the bark, and it's weird, but it's like the same plant.
Well, they do that with wine too. The only
But
difference
like
between white
at least,
Zinfandel and red Zinfandel is they just how long they age it in the barrel.
but at least they use different grapes still. Yeah, I mean, for different types of wine, they use different types of grapes.
True.
Whereas tea is all the same, pretty much all the same plant.
The
There's
tea
like-
plant.
Yeah, it's. I mean, there's maybe like 10 varieties, but they only use like 2 varieties to make all your teas. So people will tell you, oh, it's a different experience, and yeah, it is, but it's pretty much the same plant you're eating. It's what they flavored it with. Another boring fact brought to you by
Welcome
Cold
to
Fells
Big Ed
Warden.
Mustafa's Night O Boring Trivia.
Hey, Big Ed, I got a serious question.
Okay.
When are they gonna add the next rung on your so you get a 10-year plaque?
I'd assume that's part of the anniversary event coming up.
Oh, okay. Oh, I thought it started already.
Uh,
I got an email. I got an email
24th.
from. Oh, 24th. Oh,
24th.
I got an email from Standing Stone or something, and like, yay, we're celebrating. And it said Tuesday, so I was like, oh,
Yep. As you can see on
Oh,
screen, I
joy.
do have my 9-year frame up, which again is amusing. I got a beta invite and played during beta, and didn't like the game and didn't come back until it was free to play. But I'm still considered a 9-year player, so hooray for me.
good for you.
Yeah, and glad I came back to give it a second try, because obviously I have found the game quite compelling as much as I play it. It'd be crazy to play a game this much that I wasn't enjoying quite thoroughly, so let that be a lesson to you. Never be afraid to give something a second try. You might just be pleasantly surprised.
Can I help you find something, friend?
Even a first wife.
Exactly.
Sounds like you're speaking from experience there.
I've never been married.
Oh, okay.
No woman's that stupid. Come on now.
You could catch one at a moment of weakness. That certainly helped me land Mrs. Mustafa.
Not everybody's as lucky as you, Ed.
Very lucky.
Yeah, somebody who serves you Coke Zero allows you to play Lotro, and makes you delicious dinner, Ed. You've got it made. That's the life right there.
She's a good woman. I don't deserve her. I admit it.
Good for you.
And like I always tell everybody, when she finally comes to her senses and murders me in my sleep, you guys should all testify on her behalf.
We already told you, Ed. We will.
Okay, I appreciate it. Let the judge
When she
know
studies-
I had it coming.
When she studies Murder She Wrote, just a little, she gets really good at it. Oh, perfect. He was murdered with fishy trophies.
Actually, in real life, it'll probably be model airplane trophies. This
Is that what
pattern
you do, Ed?
competition plaque was wedged into his head. Yeah, let's go to the magic shelf oh crap behind me and see what we can pull out. Here's one from the archives that I'll happily display.
Okay, but when she married you, she knew what she was getting into.
She had a
That's
pretty good
interesting.
idea.
Well, that is interesting.
All
Like,
right.
You build 747s and
Nothing
motorized.
nothing quite that elaborate, but yeah, I've flown a pretty wide variety of things. Hopefully that's showing up on
Wow.
stream okay. First place trophy, Sportsman Pattern, 2009 Lincoln Sky Knights. So I
Wow.
decided it's sort of like figure skating with a model airplane, only instead of a snowboard or figure skates, you go up and you fly a particular preset routine with a model airplane. And I am seeing that the stream froze. Is it moving for anybody else?
So,
Yeah, I've got movement on my side.
Okay.
You're holding up your plaque, and
Okay. Yeah, it's dead on my side. It still shows me out in the middle of Wildemore, it looks like. Not sure what that's all about. I'm going to do a quick refresh on my screen.
wow, Zing, that actually sounds good. Tuna salad, macaroni and cheese.
No, that's one of the dishes that my wife has infamously
serious?
screwed up. Yeah.
Oh, I love it. I love tuna and mac and cheese casserole.
get out my bread baking pan.
Okay.
Oh.
I want to try some Bisquick banana bread.
Oh.
So, boring story for you. It's 2009, and I am at a model airplane contest down in Lincoln. And I drove down there. I wanted to learn how to fly this pattern competition, where you go up and you fly this set of sequences, and you get graded on how you perform each of the maneuvers, and you have to string them together. And it's pretty basic stuff, but I'd never done it before. And I get down there, and I'm super nervous. And I've never flown in front of judges before. And the first time I go up, I basically did everything wrong except hit myself with my own airplane. It's pretty much a disaster. And Mrs. Mustafa tried calling the sequence for me. And I do my takeoff and I do my trim pass and I'm coming by for the first maneuver. And I'm like, okay, what's the first maneuver? And she looks at my call sheet and she's like, and by the time she gets done stuttering, I'm already clear across the horizon and I'm supposed to be moving on to the second maneuver. So that was how things started out. And finally, one of the guys from the upper class of pilots took pity on me and they're like, yeah, let me call for you this round. And I got a little bit of coaching. By the end of the day, they were like, oh, this guy's not a complete jackass. He can actually fly an airplane okay. And I ended up taking first place in Sportsman for my very first pattern contest.
Congratulations.
The reason for that was the only other pilot who registered to fly in the Sportsman beginner sequence stayed home sick that weekend. So I was the big winner. And I came back to town and I popped by one of the local clubs and I was like, hey, check this out. And one of the guys who's just an old cynical bastard was like, well, you can buy one of those in any trophy shop for $25. And I was like, well, thanks for letting me know that, because I only paid $20, so I'm $5 ahead on the trophy. Plus, I ate about $30 worth of hot dogs while I was down at the contest. So,
Funny.
yeah, good times. So that's what I do when the weather's nice enough to get the hell out from behind my keyboard and monitor.
Fly planes. That's cool.
It's a
That
good
is so
time.
cool.
Well, it's like a video game outside.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like a video game with vitamin D. You can't lose.
I see those jet fighter models. Oh,
Mhm.
that's so cool.
Yeah.
And but the most impressive was that guy that he's flying. There's a video of him flying his 747 indoors in this gymnasium.
Mm-hmm.
That was cool.
Yeah, they've done some really cool things with electric ducted fan jet models, and of course, you can actually get the real turbine-powered ones for flying outdoors. We've got a few
Yeah.
guys who fly them around here, and they have a big meeting in Tecumseh, Nebraska. They actually closed down the airport runway and fly their model jets off of it down there.
Yeah, it's just incredible.
They can spend thousands and thousands of dollars. Our club treasurer was one of the hosts for the event quite a few years back, and he built this cool new sport jet, and I don't know how much time he had into painting the thing and getting it just intricately detailed, and had this really cool trim scheme on it, and buried it about 3 weeks before the contest. So he got to sit out there all weekend out in the sun with no plane to fly. Not coincidentally, that was the last time he helped host the event.
Oh,
But cool stuff.
very cool, Ed. Thank you for sharing.
Yeah. And like, Coldfells is definitely into music, and McVegan Pants is very passionate about hiking, and hopefully everybody has something they love to do when their computer's in the shop. Don't be like Mortumbra and just stay home and cry while you're waiting for your new power supply to show up.
Is that what happened to him this week?
It was a few weeks ago, yeah, but he was getting
Poor
ready to
thing.
do his. He was going to do a 12-hour stream to celebrate his 400 viewers, and his PC
Oh,
took
no.
a dump on him. So he ordered a new power supply and had to wait for it, and then find time to get it installed. And
I still don't get how he doesn't have a backup PC like everybody else.
yeah,
It's not as good as a primary machine, but you know, it does the job.
absolutely. Mrs. Mustafa doesn't play video games. She mostly just edits pictures and watches Murder, She Wrote on Twitch. Or not on Twitch, on Netflix.
Netflix, yeah.
Yeah. There's a reason she's got a Athlon X3 64-bit processor and 16 gigs of RAM and a Radeon 6970 card. And she has no idea it's all in there, but it's my backup if my gaming system goes down.
That's actually a pretty good computer.
Yeah, it's not bad. It'll definitely run Lotro. I haven't tried streaming from her PC before, but like I said, that's mostly an emergency contingency plan.
I don't have the same RAM and memory for the video card, but I pretty much have everything else that you just mentioned on my regular. So it's like your backup is my piece of crap, Frankenstein. I took my piece of crap Frankenstein in to get fitted for a new to add new memories, add new drives for memory. Just
More
like
storage, yeah.
kind of like onboard, more onboard drives, just so that I could just store a whole bunch of crap. And the guy goes, "Oh, this is what? Where'd you buy this? Oh, I didn't buy that. I just kind of put it together over the last year." You go, oh yeah, looks like it. He gives me this look of disgust, like, why are you playing with this?
My PC has been carefully compiled by combing garage sales all over the greater metro area.
I wanted to slap the guy and just tell him, hey, mind your own business and fix my computer.
Yeah.
I paid $0 for my backup PCs. It's the benefit of being a university college student. At the beginning of every
Oh.
semester, all of the old stuff that they outdate, they put in a big pile and you can grab and go. So I grabbed 2 or 3 of them and bang it all
Yeah.
together as well as I can. It's a decent backup
yeah,
machine.
yeah, you can sit there and you can like take memory from here and this motherboard and that power supply and borrow
Get a couple half decent backup machines from the university that way.
Yeah. You just gotta learn how to, initialize, and you pretty much can make anything you want in Linux.
Yeah, Zinger said
From
Mrs. Mustafa's job is to soak up all of my bandwidth while I'm trying to stream. Yeah, he's not wrong. She's done that too.
Netflix for the win.
Yeah. One time I was in the middle of streaming and everything had been running really good all night. And it was maybe about a half hour before I was kind of scheduled to stop anyway. And all of a sudden the internet just goes to crap and I'm getting all kinds of dropped frames and OBS is flashing yellow and red. And I'm like, what the hell is going on? And I'm like, honey, you're not on the internet, are you? No, I'm just sitting here editing pictures. Okay. Well, I'm uploading a video. Would that be a problem? Yeah, honey, that's kind of a problem. How big is it? I don't know, just a few gigabytes. I'm just like,
oh no! And what you got?
yeah.
Like what? 15 up or more?
We've got 7 up.
7 up.
7 up.
Oh no!
That was good stuff back in the day. 7-Up.
They still make it.
Yeah, it's good if you're thirsty, but bad if you're trying to upload a gig. That's hilarious.
Yeah, haha. But we got through it. Now I think she spends most of her time passed out on the bed. My biggest problem is having her snoring while I'm trying to stream. It's like, no snoring. The Yeti can pick up the noise.
Man, before FTTP, man, just uploading things sucked, dude. Now it's just a breeze. Life before FTTP was like somebody calls you mid download and you have to start all over again.
Yeah.
That's fun.
Part of my sequence for connecting was disable call waiting so that I never had to worry about that.
Back in the good old days of dial-up.
Yeah, I had this dial-up that just this is back when phones were still attached to the wall. Yeah, dial-up.
Hey, I had a 2400 baud modem. I know all about it.
Hi, Anger More.
For-
Welcome.
First bulletin board system that I ran had a 2400 mod modem connect to it.
Hey, Charlie,
I had plenty of people that connected at 110 or 300, so the best that they had.
I do not know if we will survive this onslaught.
my earliest memories of the internet was I had just come back about 92 or 3 from the mainland, and my mom was working with the DARPA, with the government chat,
Yeah.
and I'd be like talking story with all these people from all over, and they were like, "Are you authorized to be here?"
Yeah, Mom
Like
said it was
doctors,
okay.
doctors talking to lawyers and this and that and that and this, and some screw from Hawaii is like, "Hey, where you guys from? Hi, I'm Sam."
Hi, Angermore. I am on Brandywine at the moment, and Zinger, thank you for filling in. He was kind enough to mention that before I said it. I think there's a Crow Slayer deed for the Westamnet too, isn't there?
What's the man? Is that HD?
Yeah.
What's the man's HD? Crosshair. I don't remember.
All knowing about one crow. There you go, new deed. Kraban Slayer of the Westamnet.
I rolled a mini. My mini's level 14, and she's garnering LP right now. So, not on my big guy. I can't help you. I apologize.
That's okay.
But if you need help, I'll jump on my big guy. Come help you.
Nah, I've been out in Wildemore for a while, and there's a bunch of stuff I need to finish up, and I'm kind of like done with Wildemore mentally, so I'm gonna move on to Western Rohan. And
Wildamore's like kind of like Mirkwood, where it's the quest line is pretty linear.
yeah,
Whereas like HD, like it was pretty much like pick your poison. You know, you have to run around and do all kinds of crazy things.
yeah, they send you all over the map.
Rohan was the same way. I mean, the RR was the same way.
Mm-hmm.
But I noticed like every now and then they'll throw a linear quest line at you, like Wildemore and Mirkwood. Not sure which I prefer. But yeah, Wildemore's pretty linear.
The hell did that work go? Did I kill it? No, he's right here. That was weird. I switched targets in the middle of the fight. Don't know how or why. Apparently Warg Slayer is a thing too. Somewhere out here there should be a bridge. Yes, Pookie.
I said singer.
Oh. Oh, Mrs. Mustafa wants Zinger to know that she is enjoying Murder, She Wrote.
Woohoo! Murder, She Wrote. Another episode brought to you by Cabot Cove.
I was watching Better Call Saul Season 2. And,
I want to see it. I want to see that. I watched the first season. It was really good.
Yeah, the second season was really good too. And he's putting together a TV ad to target these old people at these senior homes that are getting ripped off. And he's like, here's what we do. We're going to shoot this TV commercial. And it's between 1:14 and 1:17 in the afternoon. First commercial break. Boom. Murder, She Wrote. The blue hairs love it. And I'm just like slapping the wife going, here, did you hear that? Did you hear him talking? He's talking about you, honey. You're a blue hair before your time. She's like, whatever. Everybody loves Murder, She Wrote.
Nope, it's a bad show.
I agree.
I love Murder, She Wrote. I watched all the episodes, but in real time. Back when.
I don't know. Biggest letdown about that show is no Kathy Bates.
Yep.
Oh no! Wait, really? Kathy Bates never. Wait, she never ever guest starred on Murder.
Probably not.
Let me
Deaf
Google
Man, I
this. She
hope you're
might have.
enjoying your low quality entertainment this evening.
I'm gonna Google that. Hold on.
Deaf Man believes that by watching my stream, it makes everything else he seem that much more delightful. You'll spend like the next 12 hours flipping through different YouTube videos and Twitch streams and Funny or Die videos going, this is way better than Big Ed's stream. Ooh, this is way better than Big Ed's stream. Ooh, I like this way better than Big Ed's stream. I'm just glad I could be here for you, Death Man. It's a goat. I'm just glad that Twitch has settled down and I'm back to getting some pretty good stream quality going. From a technical aspect, Death Man, I don't actually think my stream is good or entertaining. Don't want you to think I've gone crazy or anything. Yeah, I'm getting enough scarn so that we'll have some really entertaining crafting later. I know you guys are all looking forward to that. Pendulax Farm.
You're up to 135 bag spaces. You're 2 sales ahead of me.
Yeah, I maxed out.
I buy 15 slots every time there's a sale.
I was laughing. I was listening to the new Lotro Players News, and I don't know how it came up, but Mortumber was talking about pet peeves, and he was like, you know, one of mine is inventory management. There are some people who just don't know how to do it very well. And I was like, oh, I think he's talking about me. Thanks, Mort. So check out Lotro Players News and Lotro Players Academy at lotroplayers.com. You can download past episodes and subscribe to get the new ones pushed straight to your phone. Also check out lotroreporters.com. Also an excellent podcast, all the latest Lotro news. Lotro Players Academy is designed for beginner to intermediate players. They go through different class guides, talk about different game features. Even if you think you know a lot, you might actually pick up a tip or two there. Or at least refresh yourself about something that you may have forgotten. Speaking from personal experience.
I haven't heard about it, like half of those blogs. That's cool. Thank you, Ed.
Yeah, no problem. It's nice, you know, when I'm stuck at the office editing spreadsheets or something like that, to be able to just pop on a Lotro podcast and listen as a nice break. I usually have the text banner running across the top of the screen advertising them, but I have it turned off tonight. I kind of popped on in a hurry. I wasn't really planning on being on the official, or else I might have had it set up better.
I'm a nerd that's not afraid to listen to other nerds assess my nerddom.
There you go.
I adjust my pocket protector and glasses like the best of them. I searched the net. Yes, Kathy Bates never ever starred on Murder She Wrote.
That is good to know.
George,
Thank you for
but
checking.
George Clooney did. Clooney did. I didn't know that. They flashed a picture of him and he has huge bushy eyebrows. I love it. Clooney do.
I remember him from, I think it was The Facts of Life, where he appeared as Mrs. Garrett's handyman wearing overalls.
Yeah.
And
He was the.
mullet.
Yes.
Yeah.
I remember that.
When I was in like junior high school, and Blair Warner was the hottest woman on earth.
Yeah.
Good times, good times.
I was kind of sweet on Tootie myself.
I had impossible standards for girls. They had to like me, so. It was very tough finding that special lady.
That's a great curriculum. That's
Yes.
wow.
You have better chance getting Yahtzee.
It's funny, like Yahtzee is hard on 3 rolls, but if you ever to give it a 4th roll, it's like you can almost hit it like almost every time. Just gotta pick the right dice. You ever seen that ESPN commercial where they were practicing catchphrases?
No, I've missed that one.
They have this loop of Barry Bonds hitting a ball out of the park, and every time he hits the ball, then they have to say a catchphrase. So he hits the ball, and one of the catchphrases was Yahtzee.
Invaders have wrought this misery upon us. The enemy must be punished for encroaching upon our lands.
The Rohirrim will need your aid.
There are no
Be quiet. I'm hunting wabbit.
for the invaders
Be
of the lands
very,
of
very
Rohan.
quiet.
The enemy must be
We're
punished for
hunting
encroaching
wabbit.
upon our lands.
I'm driving in my car. You turn on the radio. I'm pulling you closer. You just say no. God bless the boss for a beautiful song.
That was, I forget who the comedian was, but I loved his imitation.
Robin Williams.
Well, I'm thinking of a different comedian. He had a Bruce Springsteen imitation that basically went like this.
Oh.
You know, sometimes you're out with your best girl, and you feel so much, and it's raw, and you feel it deep down, right to your very core, and you're hurting, and she's hurting, and you're both hurting, but you care so much, and it tears you apart inside. Now I'm gonna sing a song about a car. That was his imitation of Bruce in concert. That always amused me. If anybody knows which comedian that did that bit, feel free to shout out the name.
Somebody left us.
Oh, there's probably still 1 or 2 people here who fell asleep at their keyboard. Kathy Bates was on the Love Boat, we're told. Deathman is Pretty sure.
And she was on something else.
And hello, Zen Hippie. Yeah, Joe was definitely attractive in a tomboyish kind of way. Back to our facts of life discussion from earlier.
Kathy Bates was on Cagney and Lacey. But my favorite Kathy Bates performance was about Schmidt. Oh, that was awesome.
That was awesome.
That was a great movie.
Kryles thinks so too.
And I liked her in. She played the tutor in The Blind Side.
Yeah. Yeah, she did. And she was delightful in Fried Green Tomatoes.
Oh, she was awesome in Fried Green Tomatoes. Tawanda!
In fact, at lunch today, my buddy Walt was very upset that fried green tomatoes were out of season and they didn't have them.
Boy, is he gonna be disappointed.
Yes. It's like, yeah, I hate to tell you, Walt, but it's Nebraska in April. I don't think you're going to get green tomatoes.
Our mission is dire.
And there's the big 9-0.
You hit level 90?
Yep.
Congrats.
Thank you. Although the problem is I'm just at the very, very beginning of Western Rohan, which means all of the stuff is going to be light blue and green. Just like, why do I have to be so awesome at this game? Looks like the mead hall's pretty well cleared out. I don't blame these people for not wanting to move out. If there's still mead in the mead hall, why would you ever abandon it?
That's just like the ultimate, you know?
Exactly. Anybody in chat actually drank mead before? I've never had it.
Honey wine? Nah.
I thought it was more of a honey beer.
Honey beer?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, it's more of a beer.
It's where the term honeymoon comes from. Back in the good old
Really?
days, you used to just hang out and get drunk off of mead for a month.
Wow, I didn't know that. That's
A
cool.
month of honey, a honeymoon. I told you, boring trivia that nobody cares about. That's what I'm famous
No,
for.
that is cool. That is cool. Ed.
Okay.
That is really cool. Farms, on farm. Oh, wait, Southfields. Man, I should always grab Southfields first, but for some reason I always grab Southfields last.
Well, it's so close that you forget about it.
Yeah. You know what it is? I start in the little delving, right?
Mm-hmm.
And I just run straight to my first deed, which is the wolf. And by the time I do all the deeds, I've gathered everything except for the south farm. So
The Zen Hippie has had honey mead. He says it's not very hoppy at all and very smooth. Grew up about 20 miles away from the cafe that was the inspiration for the Whistle Stop Cafe for the Irondale Cafe beside the railroad tracks in Irondale, Alabama.
wow. I loved Alabama. That's a beautiful place. I love being there. I love the people. Such a great experience.
Retire in Alaska some.
Thought there were more crates. I must have just wandered off the road. Why is there no AAA out here in Western Rohan?
A guy shows up with a cart and a couple of horseshoes. Hey, there it is. Completed Farms of the Shire. Woohoo! All that lovely TP. Oh, Lotra points granted. Yay! Alright. The only annoying thing is that to go to store, you have to go out to an outside source now,
Yeah, I think that's a temporary problem they're having. Hopefully they'll get that fixed soon.
I was trying to save up as much TP as I could so I could buy a Far Norian at a discount during the celebration.
Does that go on discount?
Normally during the celebration, they put all the everything on discount.
How much of a discount?
I remember like 40%, 30%.
I still have to pick up Helm's Dyke sometime. I already have a quad pack for the other 4, but I don't have.
I've purchased everything, all my skirms, everything. I just need the Far Norian now. It's my last one. And I own everything.
You have North Athelian?
You talking to me?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know.
Do you have the waste? They keep adding stuff, you know.
Is North Athelian part of the Far Norian pack? No.
I don't think so.
Oh, well then I have more stuff to grab.
You gotta keep grinding, pal. Hate to be the bearer of ill news.
No, it's okay. I know they're getting ready to release parts of Mordor, right?
Yeah.
Did they already
Mordor
release it,
is
or it's
coming.
still in beta?
I don't even think it's up on Bull Roar yet. It's probably in for closed testing.
Oh, I had a friend who was running around in Mordor like stuff. I don't know if it was actual Mordor or like he was at the gate and he was doing some other things.
Yeah, they added the Battle of the Black Gate, and there's some outlying areas like the wastes that you can go quest in. Looks like Mordor, but it's not quite Mordor yet.
Oh, okay. So Mordor is under wraps.
Yeah,
That's probably gonna draw in a lot of people, though.
you'd hope so.
I think so. I think if they release Mordor, like flocks of people are gonna, even people that have never played, are probably gonna go check it out, just to come see Mordor. It's gonna be awesome.
I'm assuming that that's going to be like 105 to 110 content. Be a lot of work for people to grind up to that level to be able.
Once you actually get above, I think the only time leveling really drags is maybe from like low 30s to mid 40s. Just because the content you're doing Trollshaws, you're doing Evendim, you're doing Angmar, Misty Mountains, and Forakel, and there's just a lot of riding back and forth in all of those zones. You kill your horses riding back and forth, and once you get to Moria, the leveling actually goes pretty fast. I think getting a character from 50th to 105th really isn't all that difficult. Just my opinion. Here's the map for the wastes. This is the
No, I've been stuck at
new region that
570
just
for
got added.
a while.
And stuck
Wow.
at 70?
570, yeah.
Stuck at 570. Why is that not registering in my P brain what that means?
65 to 70.
Oh, okay. All right. No, Great River and Dunland should both be wide open for you. Tons of quests in both regions. Now, not knowing the playthrough might be a different matter, but I mean, both of those areas are just loaded with quests. I've forgotten how big Edenwaith was too until I went back through it again, and it was just like, man, I
It's a
thought I
matter
was
of
going to
finding
be
those
done with this.
to
Yeah,
run it before.
a lot to explore. Anyway, so North Athelian's down here. The wastes are just northeast of North Athelian. And
Yeah.
then there's roads, the road to the Black Gate here, and this to Udon, which is a terrific Japanese noodle if you haven't had those before. Be sure to check those out. But here's the
Oh
map
yeah.
the map to Mordor that's coming. You can see the wastes up here in the corner. This is a whole region to the map, and then it looks like Mordor could be very sizable.
Udon is ramen's bigger brother.
Mm-hmm. Soba and udon and ramen and
Oh, soba. Ooh.
oh, good stuff. Yeah. If you think Japanese food is all about sushi, you're not entirely wrong. But by God, try the noodles. There's a lot of good stuff.
The Noodle Dream?
Yeah.
And they have this this ball. They take pieces of octopus and they dip it in like a kind of a batter
Mm-hmm.
and they fry it. They soak the octopus though in beer and some other wines and stuff, and it gets the octopus nice and soft. And then they go and they fry the ball of dough with the octopus in it, and some onions and some flavoring, and it's called takoyaki.
Mm-hmm.
And it is so amazing. You pop one of those things in your mouth and it just melts, and you
That
just
sounds super yummy.
so good. When I'm on tour, we go and buy like a 12-pack, and we just sit around and we just enjoy. So good.
That sounds delicious.
Japanese have this version of char siu bao. Are you familiar with char siu bao?
No, that
It's a
one
Chinese.
doesn't-
It's a Chinese food. It's a Chinese food where they cook meat inside any type of meat inside of a sweet bun.
Oh, okay.
Well, the Japanese style is called. Well, they put pork hash in it. They
Okay.
take pork and they mix the pork with the raw pork with onions and green onions, sesame seeds, and egg, and a little bit of either some kind of starch, either rice or some kind of like a soaked wheat. But they mix it all together like a mash, and then they fry it or they bake it. They put it inside the bun, and they either bake it or steam it. I'm trying to remember what it's called. It's called. They don't call it char siu bao. They call it nikoman.
Okay.
Nikoman. Yeah, it is. And you bite into it. It's a nice sweet bun. You bite into it, and it's like crispy on the outside, soft on the inside, and then you have this whole infusion of meat that just squirts juice into your mouth. Sometimes they put bacon in there. Sometimes they put cheese. It's
Yeah, one
so
of the
good.
Vietnamese restaurants has a version of something like that.
All the yeah. See, like all the all most of Asian cooking is all based on of Indian culture, yeah. And all these things have been passed down from Indians to the Chinese, out to the Italians, down to the all Southeast Asia. So they all have a version of different things that they make.
So
Even
in
even up
Italy,
to
this would be
Russia.
known as a calzone. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah, up in Russia, Poland, they call it pros, proshko. No, wait, what is it called? Proshkis, Poroskis. And then like in China they call it char siu bao. In Japan they call it something else. In Vietnam they call it something else. All the different cultures all have a version of it, as they've all been influenced by the cooking.
Or like
I
if
think
it's more of a sweet dessert, like a kolache, that kind of thing.
yeah,
I was talking about one of the local fast food chains around here is known as Runza, and
yes.
it's a loose meat type sandwich baked into the bread like that.
Oh, that sounds really good.
Yeah,
Uh,
seasoned
the,
with
the, 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 the
cabbage
Spanish
and.
the Spanish do something like that. They call it pan de sal.
Hmm.
They take the bread and then they bake pieces of meat into it.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then that has spread out through all Spanish cultures, where the Filipinos in Filipino cooking, influenced by it, does that, and uh, Guamanian, I mean not Guamanian, Dominican cooking, and all the different. It's incredible what each culture takes from and then experiments and then grows. So good. Oh, guys, my boss is home.
Okay.
I will see you guys later.
All right. Talk to you later,
Take
Sam.
care, everybody. Yo, thank you, and aloha.
Aloha. And as we so often happens here on Lotro Stream, the conversation devolves into food talk, which is okay. Tempura beer batter, that sounds pretty good too.
There's nothing wrong with food. Come on now.
Exactly.
Tried it.
Where are these pillagers at that I need to go maim, butcher, and kill? You're not a pillager. Oh, Mrs. Mustafa is stirring. I hear her out in the kitchen. There's a pillager. Eldolith has started watching. That's true. It means Eldolith is having a very early morning. Or a very late night.
More likely.
He's dead. He's gonna bleed out. Looking into my super sneaky orc disguise. Trick is stratagem. It's an ambusher. It's a warrior. That's a warrior. What treat is she making you, Ed? I don't know. I think she was just gonna heat up some leftovers. We bought a bunch of fried catfish home from the soul food restaurant today. We ordered it and couldn't eat it all. It was really good. It was just, to find catfish cooked perfectly is a rare and wonderful thing. And they had a very light but crunchy cornbread coating on this catfish. The flesh was cooked perfectly. It was done but still moist. And every piece was that way. It was pretty amazing. I wish I knew how to cook catfish like Big Mama does.
Do enjoy some moist fish.
Well, the sushi yesterday was good. I had some yellowfin tuna sashimi and some mackerel sashimi, and spicy tuna roll, and what the heck was my other order? It was all fishy fish, and it was all yummy. When you live in the middle of a landlocked state, about the only way to get good fresh fish is to order sushi, because they have to fly it in or they can't serve it as sushi. Be too far gone by the time they got it cooked or rolled or prepared. I think my horse just bled out. He's feeling better now, though. What the hell? Well, that was nice. I targeted the branches instead of the urukai. It's alright, gives me a chance to come at him with a little more steam.
Hey, don't fight ducks.
Don't fight ducks is here. Hey, buddy.
This is my dev account. It's an interesting.
Why do I not have any flops equipped on my toolbar? Damn it. There we go. That's what I get for playing out of my regular line. I'm looking. I'm like, share the fun. Safe fall. Okay, that was highly annoying. My apologies for bad gameplay. I gotta switch back over to red line. What I really ought to be doing is fixing my yellow line bar, but I'll save that for another time. It'd also be nice if I bothered to use these 3 points at some point as well. Red line for the win. Don't be like me, kids. Use all your skill points.
Chat thing.
Chat thing.
Yeah, when you're in IRC, you can see when it modes people. And it's been unmoding and moding all day. Can't make up its mind. Hello, ducks. Hello, ducks. You on the right foot?
There we go. Yeah, there's actually a pretty cool little applet where it'll display who's talking in Discord. I don't know where to get it and haven't put it up, of course.
It's part of Discord.
Is it?
Yep.
What do I have to do to activate it?
Yes. You have to visit a certain link. It's...
Clever.
And then you copy a URL into your, kind of like a Twitch Labs or a Labs overlay.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see here. Discord. Settings. Streamer mode. So if you click on your user settings and streamer mode, you'll see at the very top it'll say looking for integrations, check out Discord Stream Kit. That's what you click on to get the URLs to put Discord chat up.
Okay. Settings overlay. Enable in-game overlay.
Nope, for settings and then streamer mode.
Streamer mode. I'm in settings. I don't see. Oh, there's streamer mode.
Top, it's the big gray box with the T. It's got a link for Discord Stream Kit.
Link for Discord Stream Kit.
It's a bold black letters. It's hard to tell that it's a link.
I'm not seeing the link. I see keyboard settings. Mrs. Mustafa's trying to distract me. Oh,
So
there
in
it
your
is.
general
At the very
chat,
bottom.
I will post a screenshot.
Are you warm enough?
Mm-hmm.
Because I'm
I'm a little bit thirsty though.
Yeah, Shoemaker wants something to drink.
He's out.
She says you're out. Sorry.
Aww.
Are you tired of clicking with a mouse?
The
Wish you
hell
could
is
get to
that?
where you're going
That's stupid.
faster? Well, now you can. Introducing Tang.
Ah, well.
Sorry, Shoes.
Shoemaker, or Technical 13.
Oh, I made it short for Shoes.
All right. Yeah, well, we'll get back to the gameplay. I'll work on that later, too.
Overhead off.
Thank you, Pookie.
Dr. Shu like Al Bundy. Yeah, kinda. I could see some similarities between myself.
Particularly your soul-crushing foot fetish.
Coming.
That's why you're still on the market. You can only love a woman from the ankles down.
Wait, there's something above the ankles?
Uh,
Invaders have wrought this misery upon us. The enemy must be punished for encroaching upon our lands.
ooh, I have to pick a reward.
Invaders have wrought this misery upon us.
To Cyric.
Do you have double lace behind you or on your desk?
Yeah.
I just need two.
Mrs. Mustafa is looking for AA batteries.
Hey, looky there.
That mouse takes 2 batteries?
Yes,
I thought it only took 1.
you are incorrect.
Her old mouse went belly up and she was like, I need a new mouse. And I was like, well, instead of buying you a new mouse, let's give you my old mouse and I'll go buy an expensive new gamer mouse. So we both get upgraded.
Seems logical.
And that's why I married her. She went along with that plan. She was like, alright. It's like, cool, I get a new mouse. That was one of the boxes that fell earlier. Let's see my new mouse box. It is the Logitech G602 cordless gaming mouse. Up to 2500 DPI resolution. It's very exciting. Can also be seen here live. So that's a thing.
Need a new mouse someday. My 6-year-old Microsoft mouse, pretty much dead. I had to fall back on an old wired mouse. Miss those 2 extra buttons.
Watch your lands die.
Mille grazie.
You're welcome.
My wireless Microsoft mouse had 4 buttons. 2 on the side, 2 on the top. Scroll wheel.
Yeah, I don't know if I've got enough light in here to show it off. This one has like 11 macro buttons on the side. It's completely programmable. I'll never use any of that.
Yeah. Might use a couple.
Maybe.
That's what I said about my 4-button mouse when I went from 2 to 4 buttons. Eventually I started using them. I had my thumb button be jump and my pinky button be map. Because I look at the map a lot. I don't know why, just something to do. Where the heck am I type thing. Because I can never figure out where I am.
Deathman's got a good suggestion. I can map fishing to one of the macro buttons so I don't have to move my skills around. In fact, you can see where I had reveal weakness switched out with the fishing icon. Can have a dedicated fishing button built into my mouse. Deathman, that might be the best suggestion ever. Okay, if I was going to go talk to the Thane, why is the Thane not highlighted? Who do I need to be talking to?
Can't imagine using a mouse with more buttons than 4 buttons that I have. But, I mean, I only have 5 fingers after all.
Did I need to go further upstairs? Was that my mistake? No. This dude down here.
Do you bring provisions? The White Wizard has taken everything from us.
Now I go talk to the Thane again. McVegan Pants has a Corsair 5-button mouse. Forget the name of it. Yeah, I was thinking about upgrading to a gaming keyboard, but I really like the cordless stuff. It's like, yeah, I'm not very elite, but I am wire-free. On the other hand, that explains why I have to keep a big pile of batteries on my desk. I think it was a week or two ago I had to change my keyboard batteries out in midstream. Why is the Thane not highlighted? Did he move? Why is this game screwing with my head? Oh, he's back inside now. You weren't there before.
The enemy must be punished for encroaching upon our lands. Invaders have wrought this misery upon us.
We stand in silence while the storm of Isengard grows stronger.
Hail, traveler. Are you here to help us?
Don't fight Duck's giggles when he gets a new mechanical keyboard.
Ah, that's McVegan Pants.
Oh, did I read that wrong? I did read that wrong. I'm bad. Never been good at using the number keys past 4 for skill, so it's handy. Sorry, McVegan Pants. I misattributed your quote. Although I am going to go ahead and mention that both McVegan Pants and Don't Fight Ducks stream Lotro regularly, and if you're not following them both, you should be. Shame on you if you're not. But be sure to check out both of their streams. They're both great additions to the Lotro streaming community here on Twitch, and encourage you to watch both of them whenever you get the opportunity. Throw them a follow. You'll be glad you did. Deathman would be the first person to tell you that either one of them are way more entertaining than I am. And I'm confident Zinger would second that statement.
All in favor, say A. A. All opposed, say nay.
Exactly. Looking for planks, checking the bathrooms. This is all very important stuff. walk around the outside of the guys shooting the bows. That's just a good safety tip for you.
First.
We must stand by while minions of Orphanc spread their influence.
Chip. Don't fall, little hobbit. I'm supposed to talk to Cyric. I guess not. Search privies. Why are the privies not more highlighted than... There we go, now they're lit. Druid's Fire, welcome. Howdy, howdy.
Another more entertaining.
Yeah, it's a pretty long list, actually. Hold still, please. Thank you. Orc Slayer of the West of Nint. I am awesome.
I am afraid of what is happening to these lands.
Defeat orcs.
These are desperate
fish-filled
times for
nets.
the Rohirrim.
Excellent.
Even Olip was en- Wow.
What about Olip?
Apparently he was entertaining.
Wow. It can be entertaining. I'm just glad Twitch is working. I did not have fun Friday night. It was just a tough stream, trying to plug along while dropping frames and trying to figure out the least crappy video settings I could get away with. And it's just much easier when stuff runs smooth. You need one of Hunsy's bilberry pies that he baked for me. And we're going to go into Ninja Assassin mode on these orcs. I failed to burgle. Apparently I also forgot to hit aim correctly. McVegan Pants is official. Welcome. I did not know that. This is the first I've heard of it. Congratulations, McVegan Pants. You are a terrific addition to the team. The hell's wrong with you, Technical? Why didn't you tell me that she joined? You guys all know I don't know how to read. You gotta fill me in on this stuff. I failed the burgle. I'm ashamed.
Burgle, burgle.
Everybody loves pod racing. I failed to burgle.
Burgle, burgle.
A cold streak, yeah. What is up with that? If we don't get these dead horses buried, these orcs will stay out here all day molesting them repeatedly. It's just a bad thing for the children to witness. Keep Rohirric children safe. Talk to the Thane. Any more privies to check?
For the invaders of the lands of Rohan. There are not enough curses in the world for the invaders of the lands of Rohan.
Just to be sure, you didn't have any other quests to give me. Nobody in this Stupid meat all did.
Your aid is welcome, friend.
Slimy filth isn't a thing here. I am not getting 182. Yeah, I need to upgrade my weapons. Not getting turnable task items yet. That's one of the things that makes the task item system so frustrating, is because a lot of times you'll be questing somewhere and the stuff you're pulling isn't good for the task board that's right there where you're questing. I missed a privy. Somewhere there's an unsearched privy I must make safe. You have to make sure that there's no orcs and there's no romance going on in any of the privies.
Do you bring provisions?
Still no quest rings. Good night, druids. I'm probably late with that, but that's okay. Druid's Fire will be streaming on the official Friday night. We're going to say around 6:30 or 7 till maybe 9ish. Who's got a quest for me? Protect the gates. We must protect the gates. Oh, Kenbert's going to want me to go kill some stuff. Patrol the road to Middlemead.
And the horse lords have need of aid.
Wrecked carts and ransacked goods. Already done that quest. Uruk start about atop dark horses, stealing goods from their recent kills. I can go back and talk to him now. They think I'm an orc because I'm a sneaky hobbitses. Those of you not familiar with burglar mounted combat, that is the stratagem trick. It lets you sneak up on mounted opponents because you look like an orc because of your face mask. And then when it goes off, you look normal again.
Dunlendings rally to the banner of the White Hand. Minions of Orthanc are growing stronger in these lands. Shadows lie along our path. We must seek to dispel them at all cost.
More ambushers. It's a black arrow. That's a black arrow. You are an ambusher.
Yay!
What are we cheering?
It's Wednesday.
It's a good thing to cheer.
We're halfway through the week already.
That's bad for me. I'm on vacation this week.
It's alright, next week's vacation too.
Yeah, that would be nice. There's one thing that I always come back from a week's worth of vacation convinced of. It's that I need more vacation. It's like that not being here last week was a really good idea. I should do that more.
I love Star Wars so much I have a Wookiee on my couch. Apparently my daughter doesn't like being called a Wookiee. Who'd have thunk it?
I think she'd much rather be a Princess Leia.
Well, she does have a point. She's got way more hair than a Wookiee, so...
Now you're in trouble. I wanted to be the first Twitch streamer to ever be murdered online by a family member, but you might beat me to the punch.
We'll have to talk to Mrs. Mustafa about that.
Yeah. She's just not that ambitious is the problem. Otherwise, I'd already be 6 feet under.
Let the Wookiee win.
So just out of curiosity, Shu, what's your connection to Icy Witch?
None in particular.
You just have the ability to forward that account? Or host with it?
Yeah, I'm an editor in the channel.
Oh, okay. I used to chat with her fairly frequently from work. I haven't seen her on in a long time. I was just curious.
She's been on 3 times in the last month that I've seen.
I'd be able to catch a lot more streams if it weren't for stupid customers bugging me for stuff. There are servers down. How does your server down being affect me? I was getting ready to go to lunch after I finished my nap. Could you reboot it for us, please? Yeah, alright. Singer says, Ed, can I have all of your leftover Coke Zero point caps when she finally takes you out? Oddly enough, Coke is changing their points reward system. I'm not very happy about it because I have piles and piles of caps. They limit how many you can enter per week. And I went to go enter some last week before I left for vacation. And all of a sudden I couldn't enter points anymore. And instead of having a catalog of rewards that you can get, they're just going to be doing like sweepstakes and lame stuff. Like I think I entered 2 cap codes and got a coupon for a free popcorn at AMC, which we used when we took my niece and nephew to go see Boss Baby yesterday. But, I mean, I had been getting like GameStop gift certificates and stuff like that, things that were actually useful. Now not so much. So they're supposed to be rolling out some more new rewards, so I haven't exactly crap canned all of my caps yet, but it doesn't seem like the worst idea. Let's see who else out here needs me to do something for them. We'll mount up. So I have spent tens of thousands of Coke points over the years. Was pointing me directly at him, and he does not have a quest ring. Not him, not his horse. Maybe there's something that's not on the quest tracker I forgot to do. Use a Fangorn. Fangorn. Well, not that I'm seeing. Mrs. Mustafa and I both actually dozed off during the middle of Boss Baby. It wasn't really my cup of tea. I liked the Batman Lego movie a lot better. It was fine. I don't know. It was not particularly compelling material. I mean, I don't have a problem with animated kids movies. I thought The Incredibles was really wonderful. I enjoyed that. Like the Lego movies so far. Really enjoyed Up. Boss Baby, not so much.
Remind you too much of work?
No, it just wasn't a particularly good story. It was better than The Force Awakens, I will say that. Alright, I am stuck. Oh, this must be the break in the chain that I need. Okay, let's make that my quest focus. I'll murder this fool for daring to look at me peculiar. Hey, Grey Wardens, how are you? Yeah, I had an epic rant on Alapena's stream one time about how much I disliked the movie and how derivative and repetitive it was, and how it didn't do anything to advance the Star Wars storyline, and it was just a rehash of old concepts, and how stupid the plot was, and how none of the characters had any motivation for anything they were doing. And yeah, not a big fan of The Force Awakens. Like Rogue One quite a bit more. So we'll see how The Last Jedi turns out this Christmas.
Trying to say that Brokeback Mountain was more exciting?
Actually, I had problems with Brokeback Mountain too. For one thing, Ang Lee's movies are just flat boring. I would rather sit through Brokeback Mountain again than have to watch his Hulk movie, because that was just miserable. I couldn't stay awake through that at all. And what amazed me about Brokeback Mountain was like 5 years before, there was an episode of South Park where they had a film festival in South Park because the Sundance Festival had ruined Sundance, Utah. So they're like, we'll just go to some other podunk mountain town. So the Hollywood people all come out to South Park and start ruining the town. And Mr. Garrison gives the kids assignments that they have to go to the film festival and do a review of films. And Cartman was like, I hate independent films. They're all about gay cowboys eating pudding. And then, like, the kids go to the theater to watch one of the independent movies, and there's these two cowboys leaning up against a split rail fence. And one of them goes, oh, I'm all out of pudding. And the other cowboy goes, yeah, I'm out of pudding too. And then the first cowboy goes, well, let's explore our sexuality then. And the two cowboys start kissing on screen. So 5 years later, I'm sitting in the movie theater, and the wife and I are watching Brokeback Mountain, and I'm like, really? Ang Lee did a movie about a 5-year-old South Park episode? Is this really happening? So maybe that's not a fair criticism. It did have its nuances. An Urok on an armored steed. So, how Matt Parker, or Trey Parker, and Matt Stone managed to make fun of Brokeback Mountain like 5 years before the movie was released, I'll never know. But that was for realsies. Oh, man. Alright, now I'm starting to get annoyed. Thought about hipsing, but that would have just reset his health and I would have had to start over on the fight. I was hoping I could get back up before he came over and whacked me. No such luck. I liked Milk. That was a good movie. Urban Cowboy's a good movie. Blue is the Warmest Color is a good movie. There we go. Osgaja is down. Carol was a good movie. That was an Oscar nominee from last year with Kate Blanchett.
The right hand is wicked. There are not enough curses in the world for the invaders of the lands of Rohan. The enemy must be punished for encroaching upon our lands.
Hurt. Great. Glad to hear that. What?
Wagons East.
I love the sound of it when Wookiee sneezes.
Thank you, the Grey Wardens. That was exactly my point, talking about the abortion that was The Force Awakens. It was just a complete rehash. There was not a new thought in the entire movie. Is Wagons East the one with Richard Lewis? I think I missed a fish. Yep, that's a bad start. Pike. Pike's a good sign. If you catch a pike, even though it's not a keeper, it's normally a sign that there are good fish around. Ooh, a flounder. Nine spine stickleback. Alright, let's get to the meat and potatoes. Might not be everybody's cup of tea, but I actually really wanted to do some crafting because I think I've got enough scarn to finish up something I've been working on for a while. So we'll go to Bree and make sure. $63 more chunks of scarn. 0% on Rotten Tomatoes, like it was one of the worst movies ever made. That's pretty impressive. I've seen Heaven's Gate. I mean, that's elite company. Maiden of Rohan, you were up unusually late. But welcome, welcome anyway. Uptown Girl is not the worst song ever recorded. It's just, I mean, out of all of Billy Joel's catalog, my point was just that it would be like song number 183. He's got bunches and bunches of stuff that are better. Not to belabor the point.
What can I do for you?
You guys all pick on Maiden of Rohan way too much. Well, let's see if we can sell some scrolls, maybe.
What can I do for you today?
What choice do we have when all up isn't on? Yeah, that's a good point. The hipster queen has graced us with her presence. I've never thought of Maiden as a hipster before. That just... Maiden and hip aren't anything I've ever put together. And that's probably my mistake. Shame on me. Deed bestowed. Orc Slayer of the Westament. Leveled up. So now you guys spooked Maiden. She's not even going to talk to us.
Maybe she's just watching to fall asleep.
That could be. Works for Deathman all the time.
2.
Been known to nod off on camera a couple times myself. I don't think I've got Westament Woodworker opened yet, do I? I do. That is terrific news.
What can I do for you today?
It's really good armor with really weak bonuses.
Are you looking for something, friend?
Tiny bubbles. Bubbles.
There's tiny bubbles in Coke Zero, which is delicious, crisp, and refreshing.
Does that mean there's Coke Zero in my brain?
Yes.
Ah. Excellent.
So it's a fail on the 5 tendons tonight. No task turn-ins. I did task turn-ins earlier, Deathman. That was one of the first things I did when I was still in Wildemore. I think I did 3 or 4 task item turn-ins. You should do task item turn-ins every day. It's good for your character. You get experience points and you clear out inventory space. Only good things can happen. We're not going to penalize Maiden of Rohan for having the good taste of ignoring us and leaving, so let's give Maiden of Rohan a shout out. She is normally on the official Lotro stream Tuesdays at 9 o'clock. I think she jumps on right after the Red Salt show, if I remember. You can also check her out playing Stardew Valley. Cloudy and warm tomorrow. That's much better. No rain till tomorrow night. Just wondering what my odds of streaming all day tomorrow are. I might have to go out to the flying field. We'll see. I'm sure I'll have time for both.
Who are you talking to?
Myself. Technical. A 92-hour Fallout stream would be good. I would have to score some meth before starting, though. Sega bass fishing for 24 straight hours, that would be fun. Nah, I don't have Stardew Valley. That's weird. Why did I think I needed a bunch more Lorngius Skarn? Nope, I actually got it done and processed my way to glory. Weaponsmith Guild. I'm already at Weston Master. So I'm done with that. For some reason I had it in my head that I needed more Skarn. Must just be for the prospecting, and I need a lot more than 63 ingots. Alright, we'll just put the stuff back. I guess that's the crafting portion of the stream. So we've done inventory management, fishing, crafting, and task turn-ins.
Woohoo!
This is a quality stream. I don't think anybody would question that. We're getting through all of the highlights of Lord of the Rings Online tonight.
Yes, but have you had at least 5 Coke Zeros?
Not 5.
Not 5?
I've
But
had a
what
couple.
about Edmund's, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10? That means 5 Coke Zeros, right?
Yeah, that would be good. But if you get into too deep with the Coke Zeros, then you start having to take bio breaks and it becomes self-defeating. Try to balance myself out. Rosie would be proud. That is good to know. I could try player unknown. I was kind of wondering why everybody started switching to that when H1Z1 King of the Kill is actually cheaper. They look like almost the exact same thing to me. It should enrage lots of players. Hummus? Baby carrots? Thank you. And our on-stream snack for tonight is baby carrots dipped in hummus. What kind of hummus are we eating?
Classic.
Just your classic hummus. Okay. Good stuff, nice and crunchy. Did you want to say hi to everybody?
Oh, hello everybody.
You have to get your hand in further, right in front of my face.
Is it there?
Yep, there you go. Everybody say hi to Mrs. Mustafa.
Hi to Mrs. Mustafa.
Tex says hi. No nose poking.
I want to poke the nose.
All of the pro rage players are still fishing on Stardew.
I don't know what that means.
I know, honey. It's a zingerism. I do not have Sega Marine Fishing. I will have to go out and check my Dreamcast collection, but I don't believe I ever picked that up.
So if I buy an extra trait tree, is that account wide or is that per character?
I think it might be just per character. I'm not sure. They're enormously expensive if that's the case. Hopefully somebody smarter than me can answer that question. I don't know. I've never actually ponied up 100 mithril for one. I'd like to do it on my champion. Yeah, it's per character.
I've just got way too many characters across servers for official.
Yeah, that would be an expensive proposition. Worth doing on some classes, but not on others. I would agree with that. I've thought about doing it with Galandriel, my level cap champion. It would be nice to have at least all three available. I know like Chromite Swiftpaw, he's got characters where he's got 6 different trait trees, so he can build different hybrid combinations between the 3 trait lines.
I'd like to just have 3 so that I can do a blue, a red, and a yellow.
And just so Deathman knows I did some task turn-ins, I'll go do some more. I did not get all 10 task turn-ins done tonight, so didn't have that much stuff, at least not for the areas where I've been questing. I'll have to get a little deeper into the Westimate before the good task items start dropping, I guess. But we do have plenty of crap to unload, so unload it we shall. starting with, I think I had a bunch of shattered clubs. Yeah, 55 of them. This is a general task turn in without rep associated with it, which I think is good for extra experience. I also get steed experience for it. So that's a thing. I'm not pulling a lot of experience. I'm a bit over level for shattered clubs, it looks like. I wonder if I've maxed out my steed experience. That would be worth looking at. And I think I got one more to do. Yep, 9 of 10. And just for you, Deathman, I have maxed out daily task turn-ins. Daily limit reached. So that is a sweep. Got some other stuff I need to do on Little Ed. It's time to go ahead and craft a new legendary. Something 90th level would be very good, even if it's a 3rd age. I'm carrying a 1st age dagger as a primary, but it's level 75. It's probably about time to move on. So I need to get that figured out. I need to do a little more looking at my trait points. To make sure my war steed is... Yeah, I got 15 points to spend. So this is the yellow tree, and it's maxed. There we go. So I have a medium trait tree in red I haven't been using. I'm mostly riding a light war steed. You can switch back and forth fine, you just have to carry 2 bridles. Otherwise you're not getting your bridle bonuses on one. Looks like that's pretty well done. Points to go. Alright, back to trait tree 1. I've got more boring housekeeping stuff to do, but I don't know there's any point in streaming all of that. I don't know that it's all that interesting. Gussie Moose, howdy. Ed in a zone. Wow. You guys have been typing for quite a while. Sorry I'm zoning out there. Hey, hot stuff. Hi. Hey, Griffin Storm. Thank you for the moose raid, everybody. Mishi Bug, good to see you. I was telling everybody at the beginning of the stream, Gussie, that I watched Captain Fantastic last night. Thought it was a very good movie, thought-provoking. I hope you enjoyed Viggo Mortensen Full Frontal. That was probably the highlight of the movie for you. Good movie, though. Definitely worth watching. Ed, read chat. I read chat once in a while. Concentrating on stuff. That's why I said instead of doing this on stream, I would probably go ahead and bow out. So, and even though it wasn't a Lord of the Rings movie, he was in survival mode, living out in the woods like a ranger. So, there you go. He was still true to character. So that's a thing. All right. Well, looks like Gussie just signed off. She's been playing The Sims 4 tonight. Hopefully you had fun doing that. All right, everybody. I have had fun streaming tonight. I was happy to fill in for Jerosi. Sorry I missed all up in Mort earlier. Like I said, I think I was supposed to join him in Moria, and just I'm on vacation. I don't have to be anywhere at any particular time, so that was my bad. But hopefully you guys enjoyed watching the stream. Let's go raid Bloodborne because he's on, so we're gonna go do that. Anyway, thanks for coming by, and hopefully you'll come and catch Druid's Fire and myself on Friday. I believe Technical 13 will be streaming tomorrow at his usual time. Be sure to come by and catch Shoemaker. I'm sure he'd appreciate it.
I think we're going to try to do the Rift again.
Oh, cool. Rift Raid.
We'll probably be starting that at 4 with Gussie's stream and then running through and we're done.
Alright, well, let's go see what Bloodborne is up to. And go ahead and give him a Lotro raid. Oh, there's a way to trigger the raid thing. Raid Bloodborne? There we go. You can copy and paste that and use the Lotro raid. So we're going to go do that. Thanks for coming by. Be sure to throw Bloodborne a follow if you're not already following him. And I will see you guys again very soon. And be sure to come by and check out Shoemaker tomorrow. Good night, everybody. Silent countdown from 10,